A raw, powerful voice cuts through the silence. It belongs to an 18-year-old kid from Monroe, Washington, standing in front of three music legends. The year is 2021, the show is American Idol, and the kid is Benson Boone. After he sings, a visibly stunned Katy Perry looks him in the eye and makes a wild prediction. "I see you winning American Idol if you want it." He gets the golden ticket. He's an instant frontrunner, a fan favorite, the kind of contestant producers build a season around. And then he was gone, poof, vanished, no dramatic on-screen exit, no tearful goodbye. He just disappeared from the competition, leaving millions of viewers and the judges wondering, why would a top contender with a clear shot at the title just walk away? Well, that shocking decision wasn't the end of his story. It was the beginning. This is what really happened to Benson Boone. Before we get to his mysterious exit, you have to understand just how big his entrance was. Benson James Boone, born on June 25, 2002, wasn't some lifelong trained musician. Growing up in Monroe, Washington, he was better known for his backflips as a competitive diver than his vocal cords. In fact, he only discovered he could really sing about a year before his Idol audition, when a friend roped him into playing piano and singing for their high school's Battle of the Bands. That performance lit a fire. Inspired by artists like John Bellion, he started to take this newfound talent seriously. Like a lot of people his age, he turned to TikTok. He started posting videos of himself singing, and that powerful, emotional voice found an audience fast. He racked up over 1.5 million followers before he ever even auditioned for Idol, which shows you just how much raw talent he had. But it was his audition for season 19 that set the world on notice. He sang Punchline by Aiden Martin, a tough, emotional ballad. From the very first note, the judges were hooked. Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie gave him a standing ovation, but it was Katy Perry's reaction that basically crowned him the one to watch. She didn't just praise him. She practically anointed him. "They're gonna swoon over Benson Boone," she declared, right before dropping the line that would define his time on the show. "I see you winning American Idol if you want it." That's the kind of validation contestants spend an entire season chasing, and he got it on day one. He sailed through to Hollywood Week and, as sources confirmed, made it all the way to the top 24. The path was clear. The Idol machine was ready to create its next star, and then nothing. He was edited out of the show. His later performances never aired, and another contestant, Annalise List, was quietly put in his place. The silence from the network was deafening, and it just fueled all the online speculation. Was he disqualified? Did something happen back home? The truth was way more strategic, and a whole lot more interesting. The answer to the big question didn't come from some stuffy network press release. It came straight from Benson Boone himself, in interviews months and years later. The reason he quit was both incredibly simple and shockingly wise. He didn't want to be known as the American Idol guy. In a 2022 interview on the Zach Sang Show, he laid it all out. "The reason I quit American Idol is because I wanted to do music," he explained. "I don't want people to be like, oh, Benson Boone, American Idol blew him up." That's where he comes from. "No, I want to be Benson Boone because I write smash hits and they love my music. That's why I quit. I just didn't want that label on me." And don't mistake this for youthful arrogance. It was a calculated move based on a real understanding of the music industry. For every Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood, there are dozens of winners who can never quite shake that reality show contestant label. Boone saw that trap and decided to walk right around it. He was worried about being typecast, having his whole career defined by a TV show, no matter how big. He wanted his success to be his own, built his own way. There was another, deeper reason. The kid had stunning self-awareness. At just 18, on the verge of massive fame, he admitted he didn't even know who he was as an artist yet. In a statement, he said, "It was a very hard choice. I didn't really know who I wanted to be as an artist yet, and I didn't want to show the world someone I'm not." Think about that. Most people would kill for that kind of exposure and figure it out as they go. Boone knew that showing up as a half-baked version of himself to millions could do more harm than good. He knew the show's contracts and creative pressures would stop him from finding his own voice. He wanted total control, and Idol just couldn't give him that. He was betting his entire future on himself, on a talent he'd only just discovered. He'd never even written a song before. He recalled his parents being confused at first, but once he explained he needed to forge his own path, they backed him completely. "They just believed in me," Boone said. "I think it was because they believed in me that I really thought I could do it." And with that, Benson Boone walked away from the sure thing and took a leap of faith into the unknown. Leaving American Idol wasn't an end, it was a hard pivot. And Benson Boone pivoted right back to the platform where he started, TikTok. While the old music industry was still obsessed with TV competitions, Boone knew the real power was in new media. He'd already gotten a taste of it, gaining 1.7 million followers before his audition even aired. After he left the show, he doubled down, basically turning his TikTok page into his own personal stage. Record label and TV network, all in one, he used the platform brilliantly. He didn't just post covers. He started sharing bits and pieces of his own original music. He'd tease a chorus or a piano melody and watch how people reacted, getting instant feedback from a global focus group that was growing by the day. This strategy made his followers feel like they were part of the journey, discovering the songs right along with him. He explained his thinking in a press release. "Social media is the biggest opportunity to get people to know you personally. So I'm more than just a song for them." This genuine connection was building massive hype, but Boone's talent was too big to stay on an app. It caught the ear of someone who knows a thing or two about rock stardom and artistic integrity, Don Reynolds, the frontman of Imagine Dragons. Reynolds saw the same raw potential the Idol judges did, but he also saw that independent fire. In a move that validated Boone's risky decision, Reynolds signed him to his label, Night Street Records. In a partnership with Warner Records, the announcement dropped on October 15, 2021, just months after his Idol chapter closed. He posted on Instagram, "This is just the beginning of my career, and with my first song coming out next week, you're going to be able to understand my music, and I couldn't be happier." This wasn't just any record deal. It was a cosign from one of the biggest rock stars on the planet. Don Reynolds gave him a contract, a launchpad, and most importantly, credibility. Benson Boone didn't need American Idol. He did it his way, and his gamble was already starting to pay off. With the ink on the record deal still fresh, the pressure was officially on. Did Benson Boone make the right call? Could he actually build a career without the Idol machine? The answer arrived on October 15, 2021, with his debut single, Ghost Town. The song was a moving, piano-heavy ballad that showcased the exact emotional vulnerability that made his TikTok so popular. And to prove he was in charge, he not only co-wrote and performed the track playing piano, guitar, and drums, but he also designed the single's artwork himself. The reaction was immediate. Ghost Town wasn't some small indie hit. It was a commercial success that proved his strategy could work on a massive scale. The song charted in over a dozen countries, and even cracked the Billboard Hot 100 in the US. A huge achievement for a new artist without a TV show pushing him. In countries like Norway, it shot all the way to #1. He performed the song on major talk shows, reintroducing himself to a TV audience not as a former contestant, but as a signed artist with a real hit. Ghost Town was more than just a song, it was a statement. It proved that his social media army would show up and stream. It proved he could write a song that connected with millions. Most importantly, it proved that leaving American Idol wasn't a mistake, it was a masterstroke. He followed it up with another successful ballad in 2022, In the Stars, which also charted in the US and did even better overseas. These songs were part of his debut EP, Walk Me Home... Released in July 2022. He was building his career, brick by brick, proving he wasn't a one-hit wonder. But the biggest hit of his career was still to come. Every artist dreams of having that song. The one that becomes more than just a song, it becomes a cultural moment. For Benson Boone, that moment arrived on January 19, 2024, and it was called Beautiful Things. If Ghost Town proved his plan could work, Beautiful Things was his global coronation. After teasing it on TikTok for months and whipping his followers into a frenzy, the song dropped and exploded. It starts as a gentle, soulful ballad with Boone singing about the gratitude and fear that comes with finding true happiness. But then it builds into a raw, explosive rock chorus where he's practically screaming at the heavens, begging God not to take these beautiful things away. That universal feeling, the joy of having something you're terrified to lose, connected with listeners on a seismic level. The song didn't just climb the charts, it conquered them. It became a worldwide sensation, hitting #1 on the Billboard Global 200 chart and in countries all over the world. In the US, it rocketed to #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's success propelled his debut album, Fireworks and Rollerblades, released in April 2024, to #6 on the US Billboard 200 chart. The kid who walked away from American Idol because he wanted to be known for writing smash hits had done just that. On a scale nobody could have predicted, the success of Beautiful Things was the climax. But the final act of Benson Boone's vindication was a victory lap filled with surreal, full-circle moments. The same industry he had sidestepped now came calling with its highest honors. In late 2024, he snagged his first Grammy nomination for Best New Artist. He even performed at the ceremony, officially arriving on music's biggest stage. That same year, he won a VMA for Best Alternative Video, proving his unique sound was cutting through. The stages he played got bigger and more legendary in a move that would have seemed impossible just a few years earlier. He opened for Taylor Swift's phenomenal Eras tour in London. And in a perfect "I told you so" moment, he even reconnected with one of the Idol judges who apparently admitted he was smart to have left the show. It was the ultimate confirmation that his gut instinct, his terrifying gamble, was the right one all along. No one introduces him as Benson Boone from American Idol anymore. He is simply Benson Boone, the artist behind global hits. He has continued to build on his success, releasing his sophomore album, American Heart, in 2025 and embarking on massive, sold-out world tours. His story has become a new blueprint for aspiring musicians. It proves the power of building a real, authentic connection with fans through social media. It proves the importance of having a clear artistic vision and the courage to bet on yourself. The traditional gatekeepers of the music industry don't hold all the keys anymore. Benson Boone showed that sometimes you have to build your own door. When an 18-year-old Benson Boone walked away from the biggest stage in reality TV, it looked like career suicide. He turned his back on a potential crown, a record deal, and instant fame. But what looked like an ending was actually a brilliant beginning. He traded the title of American Idol for something far more valuable, an artistic identity. By using TikTok to his advantage, he built a loyal fan base that was invested in him as a person. By focusing on his songwriting, he created hit after hit that defined his unique sound. And by teaming up with a mentor who got his vision, he launched his career entirely on his own terms. The result wasn't just success. It was superstardom. Benson Boone's story is a masterclass in 21st century success. It's a story about self-belief, smart risks, and having the guts to define success for yourself. He didn't need to win American Idol to become a star. In fact, the most important career move he ever made was choosing to lose it. What's your favorite Benson Boone song? Is it the haunting melody of Ghost Town, the explosive power of Beautiful Things, or a deeper cut from one of his albums? Let us know in the comments below. And for more stories about artists who broke the mold, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.